Warriors, thank you for joining me. Episode 104. I'm still nervous when I say that. I'm still nervous when I sit down and talk to you guys because I never really thought I would hit anything near 100. I thought when Norm kind of left the show and I kind of kicked Norm out of the show because he wasn't really contributing. Yeah, we're still friends. We still go back and forth, and maybe the show's a little bit of a soft spot with him, but the show must go on. And I just never thought we would hit this point, let alone we're doing monthly annual events going into the last quarter of the year. We just got done the 31 Days of Dread, and now we're getting into Thanksflicking, another Dream Warriors exclusive original from the brain of Peter, me, your host, from my brain to you. We're going to be doing 5 Thanksgiving movies leading into the day right before Thanksgiving, and this is the preview episode for that. So hey, let's just go into some of the Thanksflicking intro gobbles, a little bit of that intro music, and I'll be right back. So it's no secret that I approach Dream Warriors podcast as a little bit of an audio log, and in the case of Mark, sometimes if you go to Dream Warriors 100, it's a therapy session. But look, Thanksgiving is a major time of the year for me. I love it so much. I am also a Halloween fanatic, and I am a Christmas whore. And that goes right into New Year's. Yes, I do love New Year's. So this is like, other than summer and the bikinis and the babes and the high heels, this is my favorite time of year. I love it so much. But look, before we get into all the dirty, because it's a dirty episode, but not really. I wish it was. Look, I'm Peter. I'm your boy. I'm your host. I am your guy. I'm your dude. I love this stuff so much. I make enemies. I make friends. I piss them off. They piss me off. We go forward in all things geek because guess what? We're dealing with a crisis in the geek community on multiple levels, and it's deeply concerning to me. But look, there's all kinds of ways to support this show. And one of the best ways is to go to AKAPAD.com. There's a PayPal donation button. You can smack that sucker, donate whatever you feel like. If you're listening to SoundCloud, there's a link underneath the track on SoundCloud, and it links to my Patreon. And you can find me on Patreon. It's Patreon/AKAPAD, and you can make a monthly donation to get this show going. Because look, I want more contributors. I want to broaden this effort, okay? Money in helps me get contributors, helps me go to contributors, helps me be remote, and helps me with advertising, because I do have a advertising campaign and strategy in mind, period, okay? And look, even if it's combined, if I'm getting like $20 a month from all of you, that's one pizza for one contributor when they come to see me, and they can sit down. We can go through all things geek, the realms of geek, and be happy. That person can be happy because they have a belly full of fried cheese and dough. Okay, so rock and roll. So, and aside, you guys all know my social media links. Within the description of the episode, they're all listed there. AKAPAD, Twitter, and Snapchat, we do one original theme a day. Sometimes I show people things like tutorials, or sometimes it's just life advice. And AKAPAD on the Twitter, AKAPAD13, Facebook, and Instagram. And as you guys already know, AKAPAD.com. Now we're done with that. So what is Thanksflicking? It's literally one of the hardest things I had to do. And I felt like I needed an intro episode just to set everyone up for this. Now, this doesn't mean it's going to interrupt some of my upcoming releases. I want to be clear on that. Meaning, we have SummerSlam coming out this Sunday. SummerSlam will have a full episode during Thanksflicking. The 31 Days of Dread originally was always supposed to drop with other content. That didn't happen this year because it's just punishing, and I might remove that policy. Period. Okay, because it's tough. The October should just be horror movies. Period. And that's how I even worked in Venom for like day 4, day 5 of the 31 Days of Dread. Last year, Venom would have been a special edition episode. But, okay. So, there's not many Thanksgiving movies. As much as I love the holiday, and all of you who love the holiday, okay, and there's a stress that comes with the holiday, but it is, look, that's a point of holidays, okay? I think they're supposed to be stressful. I think they're supposed to challenge us in all kinds of levels, and they don't challenge us the same person to person, unless you have a twin, and your twin can feel what you feel. Your twin can read your mind and that stuff, and yeah, that's spooky. But it's the stress that comes with holidays, okay? They challenge who we are. They challenge where we are in the world. They reverse our worldviews. There's always like an anxiety approaching holidays, preparation, money spent, having the perfect home. These are sacrifices. This is a part of like the war of holidays, because it literally is a war. But man, are they satisfying. There's nothing more pleasurable when it all comes together. Even if things erupt into a uncomfortable argument. Look, you don't know who you are until you fight someone. I truly believe that. I believe that you don't really have a girlfriend until you broke up with that girl and got back together. Then she becomes your girlfriend. That's other things. We can talk about that later. So this is a part of me, since Dream Warriors has developed a reach, okay, and the reach is growing. We are growing every single episode, even now, compared to the spike that the 31 Days of Dread brought me, you, and everyone. Yeah, it brought us worldwide. The worldwide numbers for Dream Warriors were extraordinary. It still needs to get bigger. It still needs to go. But even with the reach that I have, I feel like it's a responsibility of me to remind people, like, what are these holidays and what are we doing with them and why are they there? And yes, they are Christian holidays. Thanksgiving is a Christian holiday, okay? I'm sorry, you can deny as much as you can. Now, Christianity has some blemishes, but it also is a religion and a way of life that worked through its own evil to arrive in a peaceful state that we've had now for centuries. Okay, for centuries. Now, do they still have problems? Yes. Do they diddle little boys? Yes. Are we going to talk about that? Absolutely not. We're talking about Thanksgiving, and I'd rather focus on the positive. All of you out there know the Dream Warriors mission statement. Long-form conversation on anything we want to talk about, mostly movies and pop culture, and we drift towards the positive. Now, this is evident in some of my positioning, even with Stanley at episode, that just passed, the 103. Okay, episode 103. You see a little bit of a shift in me. You see a little bit of a respect that came in through me for Stanley. Now, given, the circumstances could have been better for that, but it forced me to think. It forced me to invest in Stanley a little bit more than I was prepared. And I don't think you're having a proper Stanley conversation if you're constantly including Jack Kirby. And I fell victim to that on the last episode of Dream Warriors, and for that I throw myself onto the mercy of the court, and I hope you all can forgive me. Now, one of the things I wanted to get to, because I really want to tell you guys, I'm going to tell you guys the entire slate of movies. That's right. And the movies start dropping. Thanksflicking starts. Do you guys want to know when it starts? It starts tomorrow, Saturday, the 17th. And it's going to be Saturday the 17th, Monday the 18th, Tuesday the 19th. Monday the 19th, Tuesday the 20th, and Wednesday the 31st. Okay, so it's going to go right into Thanksgiving. Now, why is that? Well, because that's just the way I want to do it, and that's the way we're doing it. Now, starting tomorrow, it's going to be the Jodie Foster directed Home for the Holidays, 1995, starring Holly Hunter, Robert Downey Jr., and Bancroft from The Graduate, and oh my gosh, she's like normal suburban mom, but she's so hot in that movie. She can never be normal. That woman was her. She has to be dead now, but even her corpse is glamorous. And now that's going to go into day two. Day two of Thanksflicking is a gem that I have. This is the only one I haven't watched yet, and I can't wait. The Jim Henson's Turkey Hollow 2015. It is a weird, creepy-looking Lifetime movie that I just have to watch. The artwork alone for the poster, I'm immediately fascinated. Immediately. Now, we're getting back into 90s driven. This is a 90s spillover movie. It's from the 90s Miramax independent movement, where it was filmmaker script first. Spec script sold for a lot of money in the 90s, even for independent movies. But this is Pieces of April, starring the great Katie Holmes. And I say great because there's nothing I've seen her bad in. I'm sorry. And it's a 2003 movie. Now that's jumping into our centerpiece, so to speak, our masterpiece. 2008. Thanksgiving. And holy crap, this movie blew me away. I thought this was a trauma movie. It's not. And I think it's somewhat, it resembles the 31 Days of Dread. And this kind of has been on my list for 2 years. And I said, perfect opportunity. Day 4 of Thanksflicking is Thanksgiving. You can't beat that. It's perfect. And we're going to round it out. This was a duel. It was either planes, trains, and automobiles. It's a common, easy go-to. We don't like doing common and easy things, especially for the first year of Thanksflicking. We don't like it. But that movie is 1987, right? Directed by John Hughes. Too low-hanging fruit for even my taste. And I love fruit. I love good carbs. We had to toss that. Sorry, John Candy. Sorry, Steve Martin. We all love that movie, but this is the true road Thanksgiving movie. And it's Dutch, starring the great Ed O'Neill, with a perfect through line of Ethan Embry. We love you, Ethan Embry. Ethan Embry is going to be a guest on the 31 Days of Dread next year. I will say that right now, and we're going to sit down and discuss The Devil's Candy with him, okay, and everything about it, and can't hardly wait. And look, I love Ethan Embry, I love Ed O'Neill. This is a perfect odd couple road movie, period, and it is the antithesis of Thanksgiving. It represents Thanksgiving. I think all of these movies, I don't know too much about Turkey Hollow, but all of these movies somewhat do honor Thanksgiving. They honor the tradition. Even Thanksgiving harkens back to the first days of Thanksgiving. Okay, so you thought you got me with Thanksgiving, but no. I don't get got. I go get. Now, Home for the Holidays, probably the most perfect. I would say, I would classify that as a coming of age Thanksgiving movie. Now, quick side note. I've been going crazy with trying to really map these movies out and do. I've recorded Home for the Holidays once already, and that episode now is scratched. I also recorded 1492 Conquest of Paradise, Christopher Columbus, with a new intro. I recorded 2 intros for that. A entire episode, a requiem of Ridley Scott too. That's who directed that, and I scrapped it because I thought the way I was connecting that to Thanksgiving maybe was a stretch, was a little bit too abstract. And I apologize for being abstract. So it's extract. It's gone. And that's it. So, look, we got 5 great movies. We got 5 great days starting tomorrow. We got SummerSlam coming. We will be doing She-Ra from Netflix. That will be a YouTube video and episode here. Mark will be back probably this coming Sunday to do more Dream Warriors. And yeah, like we're just rocking and rolling, but we're going to drop numbered episodes through the 5 days of Thanksflicking. Okay, so don't panic. If you don't like something, just wait till next. And I'm just going to give a little shout out. Philly got hit with a crazy snowstorm yesterday that really and that really kind of got everyone off guard. I pulled the plug on John coming for our 4th NFL episode. Even though there was a ton of things for us to discuss, and I had a pretty good list to go through with him. So, I pulled the plug, and he's on his way right now to Disney with his wife, and they're doing like a late honeymoon. Now, I don't condone Disney for engagements or honeymoons. I'd rather find a place with sun, with beach activities, but mostly alcohol and babes in bikinis. And even if I'm with a lady, I just want to look at good things. I want to look at sexy babes. That's to me, that's a honeymoon. And I don't condone it. I think it's feeding into the gay culture that has eroded masculinity. And that's an unpopular opinion, but it's happened. And that's one of the through lines for Dream Warriors. It goes all the way back to the beginning of that point of view. And that point of view was so powerful. I had it like pre-Dream Warriors because it's something I've monitored, and I feel like it's upsetting. It's disturbing because men have to be men. But look, everyone, I love you so much. Thanks for hanging out with me. Dream Warriors 104. We're signing out. We got little else to do. I just wanted to prep all of you brilliant people out there, all my friends, on Thanksflicking and what was coming. So let's rock and roll. Let's get to it. And look, find something to do this holiday. Okay, find something for Thanksgiving. We have plenty of time. There might be even someone that needs help on this day, and it could be kindness. It could be a nudge. It could be a acknowledgement, and this is a part of what makes Thanksgiving magnificent. These holidays, this time of year, is for that, okay? And they're great reminders. So it's not selfish to take advantage of what these holidays afford us, but we're doing it a disservice when we don't. So do that for me, and rock and roll, and really, I'm not joking. I love each and every one of you.